Hi, this is 13-year-old sports writer William Scott of Bleacher Report, and I am starting a video blog, or I should say vlog, on my YouTube channel, and I will be updating and giving my take on all the latest sporting news and events. So let's start off my first blog talking about the Freeh report. Freeh, former FBI director, he uh, he went he did a bunch of research on this Penn State Jerry Sandusky scandal, and he found out that Paterno, Gary Schultz, Tim Curley, and Graham Spanier did not. He blamed them for not reporting this when it could have been reported in 1998 and 2001, and this is obviously a big deal in college football and for Penn State, and a lot of people are asking how bad will this affect Joe Paterno's legacy. It'll affect it greatly, but let's talk about the report first. Over, like I said, 267 page information, 160 recommendations for Penn State, and like I said, Schultz, Paterno, Curley, and Spanier will take the blame for this one, and Paterno, who obviously died in January, will not have it. And all the others, Schultz, Curley, and Spanier will go to court, and this is obviously just huge news and very disappointing. They searched for disappointing for Penn State and Joe Paterno's legacy, but they searched through 2.2 million emails, and just to give you an idea how big that is, that's more than the population of Philadelphia and Phoenix combined, and they read through all of them. So that obviously took a very long time, and a lot of people are saying that Penn State will get the death penalty for this. I don't think they'll go that far, but it will definitely be some harsh punishments. They will definitely get a bowl ban for 2-3 years. That's what I think will happen, and recruiting will be affected the most about this because, I mean, who's going to want to go play for Penn State now? Whose parents are going to want to go let their sons play for Penn State? So that will obviously select the new coach as he comes in this year. And back to Joe Paterno's legacy, it will affect it greatly. Nike already removed his name off the child care center. That was very questionable. Now they're thinking about removing a statue from Penn State outside the Penn State football stadium. And I think that's a little too far because you got to look. He's the winningest coach in college football history, and I mean they're really mad right now because this report just came out yesterday, about 24 hours ago, and so they're mad. But I think their anger will pass by a little, and they'll still look back at him and say, "Hey, he did not report. It was his fault that those children went through that, and he did not report this when it could have." But he'll also be looked as the winningest coach in college football history, so they should not remove the statue. And what hurts me the most about this report is just one of those gentlemen would have stepped up and reported this, and think how many children's lives would have been saved, and just think how many lives Jerry Sandusky affected because of this. And it's very hard to think about. It's just one of them. Even the janitors could have stepped up a little. They were too afraid because they worried that they were going to be fired, and that kind of tells you how the attitude of the Penn State leaders were, not Joe Paterno, but Schultz and Spanier, and etc. And so we'll see if Joe Paterno's legacy I think will be affected greatly, but not as bad as it's looking like right now, or at least hopefully not. All right, Drew Brees, this just came in about an hour ago. He will sign a 5-year, $100 million deal with the Saints with a $37 million signing bonus, $60 million guaranteed in this deal. We all knew this was coming, just didn't think it would take this long. Drew Brees will be a Saint, and that's obviously really good news for the Saints fans and the Saints, as they've had just a very bad offseason. And we'll see. We'll see. I think he'll have another breakout season, and I don't know if the Saints will go to the playoffs, but they'll definitely contend even without Sean Payton and the players that are suspended like Jonathan Vilma and Will Smith. And Dwight Howard. The Rockets are making a huge push for Dwight Howard. They're giving up Luis Scola to save up $21 million, and they're going to amnesty Luis Scola. And the Rockets, they look like they're going to get him, but they're giving up way too much. I mean, draft picks, Scola, some of their players they're going to offer to play. They're going to offer to pay for players like Glenn Baby Davis and Jason Richardson just to help their cap space. And the Rockets are definitely the front runner to get him right now. I don't think they've locked up Dwight Howard yet, but there's no other team that's gonna match or try to do more than the Rockets just offer the Magic. And after they signed Jeremy Lin, which the Knicks are playing to match that, and Omar Asik, then I think they'll focus on Howard, and I think they'll land Howard. But the question is, are they giving up too much? Because Howard most likely will only stay a year, and the answer is yes. They're giving up way too much for Howard. I mean, it goes from just the cap space that they're going to give to the Magic, the draft picks. They're giving up way too much for Howard. Sure, Howard will definitely help them this year, but unless some kind of miracle happens and Dwight Howard resigns, then it'll be a really bad move by the Rockets. But Dwight Howard, who knows? Maybe they'll have a playoff push, and they'll convince Dwight to stay. So we'll see. I think Dwight Howard will be a Rocket though in the majority of a few days. And MLB season second half starts today. Will teams like the Pirates and Orioles keep it up? The Pirates, they're playing some pretty good ball right now. With Andrew McCutchen and Joel Hanrahan playing the way they're playing, they're unstoppable, and they will win the division, beating out the Reds and Cardinals. And but the Orioles, they're gonna wake up and say, "Hey, we're the Orioles. What's going on?" They're gonna finish last place in the division again, especially if the Red Sox and Rays started to play some really good ball for that wild card spot. The Orioles, I'm afraid they're done, and they're gonna probably finish last place in the division again. Okay, thank you for watching my first video vlog, and please subscribe. And I will have some new videos coming out in a few days, and I'll post the link to this video on Twitter and at the end of my new blogs when they come out. So just please subscribe. Thank you for watching my first video blog. This has been William Scott of Bleacher Report.